Hey guys, I'm now 10 weeks out from the WBFF World Fitness Model Championships, and I'm here at Powerhouse in Northridge, Southern California to train chest. So follow me inside, let's get started. So heavier, slightly fewer repetitions, only 15 on that one. But already I'm starting to feel in my chest, feel more pumped. You'll also notice that my arms aren't fully extending up. I'm not locking out my elbows. I'm merely pushing the bar up, squeezing my chest and getting that maximal contraction. My arms are still slightly bent at the elbow. Then bring it back down without bouncing it up off my chest. It's important that you keep the bar free from the body so that you keep all of that tension placed on the chest and not having a little rest every time you touch it down momentarily on your chest. Right then, first of my work sets. I'm gonna go in heavy. My aim is for 10 reps. Even though I'm dieting and there's only 9-10 weeks left, I'm still gonna go heavy. So 10 rep max, and then 2 more work sets to try and increase on that. And as you know, using my rest pause or drop set as when I hit failure. Not a bad lift considering I'm carb depleting at the moment and I'm not taking on board anywhere near as many calories as I would on a, let's call it a maintenance day. Under 200 grams of carbs. But again, it's not about how much weight you're moving, it's about how efficiently you're working that muscle. So I got a great pump on that set. I'm still going to take it up for my next work set, continue to push that training threshold. "15 seconds rest, just a short amount of time to let my muscles recover by about 15-20% to allow me to get a solid 2 or 3 more reps out. One more set. Weight even heavier. So what happens when you fail? You don't have that time you need to recover, and it's all that conditioning for me now. I still want to lift heavy to keep that muscle full, but when it goes, I've got nothing to come back with. Until I've got nothing left to give on the bench press. That did the trick. You may notice when I'm lifting, I'm keeping my chest elevated high. My lower back is still firmly pushed down onto the bench, unlike the powerlifters and weightlifters who really arch their whole body up to get the most out of lifting. Again, for me it's not about how much weight I'm lifting. Efficiency, so I keep my shoulders pulled down and try and lift with my shoulders always pulled down, my chest up high, and this keeps that tension and therefore the muscle contraction, for me at least, much more of a peak contraction when my arms aren't fully extended, but I can really squeeze and lock in that chest muscle. Next exercise, I've got to keep things moving. I like doing the incline dumbbell press after the main, for me, compound movement, the bench press, barbell bench press. It's because of that converging movement I get bringing the weights in. I get a tighter, deeper contraction in my chest, I feel. And I've actually tried it starting off here first, doing my first work set on incline dumbbells. And I'm finding I'm lifting the same weight that I'm able to now, but when I go over to the barbell, I'm that much weaker. So as I want to keep that muscle cell full, all the way up until pretty much the final few weeks of my contest prep, I'm going to stick with the big compound movements first, barbell, then move on to some more isolated isolateral movements, and then on to machines, cables and body weight if need be. I get a much better pump in my chest, certainly in that inner portion of the chest, to really help bring out those striations and separations in my chest. If I start off as heavy as I can go for 10, maybe 12 reps doing flat bench, dumbbell flies, and then when that becomes a real strain for me, which judging by today's workout isn't going to be long from now, I then move on to cables, do some high cable flies, and then even finishing off with a machine, some chest flies, to really be able to drop set and get the most out of that chest fly movement. You know, I've been having more and more people ask me on my Twitter and Facebook what keeps me motivated, what gets me up early in the morning, doing my cardio, having to cook all my food that morning, eat on a strict regimen at certain times and certain foods, what keeps me motivated. For me, it's the end goal, and it's not necessarily about it's a competition and in my mind I'm going back to win that. It's about bettering myself, and I know that sounds like such a cliche, but 2 years ago when I stood on that stage, I was in the best shape. So that is my goal now, that I want to be able to stand on stage and be better than I was 2009. Alright, 12 reps on cable flies. I can already feel my energy coming down, so I'm not going to take the weight up, but I'm going to drop the weight down and do a drop set. And again, just keep pushing it now, giving it everything I've got, taking the weight down by about 20% as soon as I hit failure. I know my form's not great on that one. And that applies to anything. Any work set that I'm doing, whether I'm increasing my weight or drop set, as soon as my tempo slows down or my form starts to break, for me it doesn't matter whether I think I can get 2, 3, even more reps. As soon as that tempo breaks, stop. Either drop the weight down, include a rest pause, or just call it the end of that work set and adjust the weight or take more time to recover to get a better work set. But I said this was a short workout and we're on to the final exercise. And for this one, machine flies to really focus on bringing those striations out in the upper chest. Let's get to it. Less than 30 minutes has taken. My chest workout's normally 50 minutes maybe, and then I'd go on and hit triceps. Haven't even got enough energy to complete a full-on drop set. So, it's my chest workout hit, and surprisingly I got a personal best from moving 225 for 10 reps. Again, I'm not about strength, so for me that was quite an achievement, especially while I'm dieting. Alright, time to refuel. Got to get that fast-acting sugars back in. Even though I'm dieting, I have most of my carbohydrates, my allowance for the day, so to speak, post-workout with some fast-acting carbs, and then I'm going to eat again 20-30 minutes. So let me get my stuff together. I'll meet you guys back outside and I'll show you what is in my post-workout shake. Okay, so with the workout over and done with, it's now time to get some nutrition, fast-acting nutrients into my body. And for that, I break my post-workout meal into 2 small meals, one being liquid for fast absorption, and the other being a smaller meal about 30 minutes after to, again, kind of ride the tail of that anabolic post-workout window. And also I don't overload my body with a kind of a dense nutrition straight away. So I'll show you my supplements here. It's my post-workout shake. In here I've got 60 grams of waxy maize starch or Optimum Nutrition glycamase, and 30 grams of Hydro Whey, so fast-acting, pure, it's the purest whey protein, which gives me about 45 grams of sugars and just over 20 grams of fast-acting protein. And then 30 minutes later I have, well, you can go to my website and see what I have, robriches.com, and then click on nutrition and I've got my full breakdown on there. So I'll basically sip on this on the way home, and then once I've showered, got changed, back into the kitchen, I'll have my second post-workout food, and again I have more complex carbohydrates in there and a solid source of protein. So for more videos, information on nutrition, training, contest preparation, as you know, go to robriches.com, and I'll see you back here real soon for week 9 of my WBFF contest prep. See you then.